thank you so much for making time to speak with me, especially because we are looking here. It's Black History Month. The ROM is doing a special exhibit that contributes to Black History Month, and you are actually one of the artists. And it's something that I'm seeing behind here that you're part of?
Yes, thank you for speaking with me. Behind me is my work called Being, Belonging, and Grace. I'm happy to be part of this exhibition and to share this work and my thinking, my thoughts, my ideas with people who will pass by.
Now, I am used to speaking mostly with recording artists, actors, celebrities. I've been slowly getting into speaking with artists like yourself. So for me, this is really fascinating. And wanted to ask you, the first question is, why did you become an artist? What was the passion behind this?
It might not be passion to start. It might be just trying to find a way to have a voice. I was really quiet, and drawing is a way that I, could say something, I guess. And when you're young, if enough people see your work and take time to tell you that, hey, that's pretty good, then you build on whatever that thing is. And through that building, I was able to find a way to speak differently.
Now, originally you're from?
I'm from Jamaica.
What did your family think about you becoming an artist?
You know what? My parents were very supportive. People always expect to hear the other, but always worried. Always supportive, but always worried that, I wouldn't make enough. They know kind of the life of an artist, how we get paid or not paid. And that's true. Really, they have right to be worried still today, but they could sense that it was more than just, a passing fancy. It was something I had to do and need to do and continue to need to do.
Your art form, the things that you create, has it always been something that, as we're seeing behind here, that would go up on a wall where there's sculptures? Like, what was the passion behind the creativity behind the art? Like, how did you want to create?
So my work has never been, even from, I would say, 6 years old, it has never been about creating a decoration. It has always been about finding a way to say something, and especially if you're quiet, you find another way to do things. And so I call it digging where you stand. I stand with my family, with my community, and the work comes out of that place. And so I started to do more research, and at first educating myself around Blackness, about what it means to be a small Black girl without a voice, and then drawing people around me, my friends, my family, and then moving on from there, and understanding even at an early age, because I came from Jamaica here, how I am positioned in this landscape, how I am placed, how I live within those things, how I'm protected by my family, how I'm not allowed to speak. So that is coming from that place.
How long does it take sometimes, or even what we see here, how long does it take to make this?
So I love that question, because really, the answer. It takes a lifetime. So I've been drawing, and it's a continuation of drawing. It's not something that, that can be placed into. Sometimes the drawing takes me, minutes, because it just pours out of me at the right time, and sometimes it's a struggle. I'm going to say I also am a part of it is sculpture. I'm a sculptor. I use wire, I use metals, I use different 3D materials. And so actually this work behind me is going back, looking at my drawing again. And it actually it surprised me in how challenging it was, because I've been working in a 3D way, and now I had to go back to 2D.
One of the things that I'm noticing, and folks will see that when they come here, is the portraits are of women. Right now, of course, women are having a very strong voice. How does it feel that in ways that this is representing that strong voice?
A lot of my work is about Black female subjectivity. And as I said, it's partially about me and how I stand, but also the broader community. And this is actually one female figure in different forms, and the work is called Being, Belonging, and Grace, and at the core of it is the idea of being, of just being human, of being understood as human in this environment. And when do we find those moments of just being, of grace, and when we're gracing a landscape? And so this figure then is I was trying to find that moment, those glimpses, we see in children or when we're in community or with family, real joy of just sitting and reading, just being. We're not protesting. We're not, even though those are important moments, what we don't talk about are those moments of grace, really.
How long is this exhibit going to be here? Is it going to be through the whole time here at the ROM and they're doing this type of Black History Month showcase?
It's going to be up till April, and then it moves to Montreal.
Fantastic.
So it's really lovely to know that this work will move in a different way. It's about movement in space, really.
What advice do you have for anybody who wants to decide to become an artist, to use art as to speak through their heart? What advice would you give them?
Just trust themselves. They already know what they want to say and have to say. Sometimes you have to say it. And just to find whatever art form you have, whether it's music, you said, movies, video, writing, I think just trusting yourself, and no one will make space for you. You actually have to go and make your space, however small. And if there's space for you, just keep doing the work.
Folks want to get in touch with you and learn more about anything else that you're doing, any other shows, where do they go? What's your website and social media?
My website is charmainelurch.ca. I'm on Twitter, Lurch, and Facebook, Charmaine Lurch. If you Google Charmaine Lurch, I should come up in on many platforms.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for this, and more importantly, thank you for doing what you've done. This is fantastic.
Thank you very much.